Did you say happy birthday, Grandpa?
Grandpa, don't be grandfather.
Oh, you mad?
Not at all for no guy.
Hi. It's nice to see you too. Yeah, pretend. Let go of these strings. I wasn't crying.
His friend is Jack. He's got a little friend called Jack.
And Susie.
And Susie. Jack and Susie.
Oh, yeah.
This is for posterity.
Only medical guy. That's what she tells me anyways. When we were planning for tonight's celebration, we went down into Ian and Joseph's wine cellar, and we found a little something tucked away in the corner, 60 years old, covered in dust. It was Jim. Some people have been suggesting that Jim was born in another country and isn't really Canadian. So we had Jim's parents dig around at the bottom of the cupboards, and they pulled out Jim's old birth certificate. There it is there. And I'm pleased to report that if you can read Arabic, despite having a busy week with the election, Prime Minister Stephen Harper asked me to present you with this gift. It's an authentic Henry Moore sculpture of your favorite pet, made of marble, and it's valued at over $12,000. You know, it feels kind of light for $12,000. Nonetheless, thank you, Stephen Harper. And also, if you need a pencil sharpened. I think that everyone would agree, that Jim has been blessed with a wonderful wife in Debbie. Now, it is true that in retirement, Debbie has taken up a hobby, running marathons, which keeps her as far away from Jim for as long as possible. But everyone knows they love each other. Now, a long time ago, Barbara and I were privileged to go on the first date with Jim and Debbie.
That was a very long time ago.
And that was we went to Idlewives to go skiing. Yes, that was back in 1971.
Oh my.
When Jim and Debbie really got to know each other. How so? Room 1971 of the Bayshore Hotel.
Mom, it's not true.
Jim has done a lot of golfing over the past few decades, and in recognition of his contributions to the game, I have a letter here from the golf teaching professionals of Canada. Oh no. Dear Jim, thank you for the tens of thousands of dollars you have spent on golf lessons over the years. It has kept many of us employed, and judging by the current state of your game, we look forward to a little. Jim can now hit a ball a very, very long way. And indeed, he now refers to himself as Long Ball Jim. Of course, those of us who golf with him refer to him as Lost Ball. And Jim was the inspiration of a new book that was recently published. I have a copy of it here. Jim is also, of course, an extraordinary hockey player. Not many would have predicted that he would continue to excel at age 60. It's well known that very few players on the ice will go into the corners against Jim, but that may be explained by Jim's reluctance to wash out his stinking more than once a year. Indeed, Jim's performance has not gone unnoticed by Brian Murray, general manager of the Ottawa Senators, and he sent you a letter as well. Dear Jim, our scouts have reported to me that you are a player with unique talents. As you know, there are many new openings on the team this year. I am therefore inviting you to training camp this September to play in a line with Jason Spezza. I feel that your presence will certainly curtail Spezza's attempts to pass the puck behind his back. Who can forget when Jim was living in Canada, he built a professional rink in his backyard. He had the boards, he had the lights, he had the netting, he had the heater for us when we changed it to our skates. And kids from all over the neighborhood came over to play with his boys. And I remember thinking at the time, if this guy isn't Father of the Year, who is? I think Jim realized even then, be good to your kids. They're the ones that are going to be picking out your nursing home. The one talent that Jim had, though, that I really admired in those days, was his ability to play guitar. And I remember when he and Don and Giza would all gather around and they'd play guitar for hours. Now, who would have thought back then that Jim would turn out to be one of the world's greatest guitarists? And influence, certainly not me. And influence an entire generation of musicians. However, even I was surprised when I went to the magazine store today and saw Jim's face on a Rolling Stone magazine. Now seriously, folks, believe it or not, Jim is my best friend. Not anymore. And he's the finest guy I know. I love him like a sister. And when you think about a person's life, what really counts is their relationship with family and friends. And Jim has been an extraordinary husband, father, son, and brother. Indeed, the geezer is a grandfather now. And Jim has been
It's close enough. It's close enough.
Jim has been a generous friend to all of us, sometimes inspirational, and always amusing, often in ways he doesn't quite understand. But it's a pleasure to celebrate such an illustrious occasion for Jim. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to join me in a toast. And Jim, we wish you good health, a long life, and continued prosperity. Thank you.
Everything that Dan said about this picture is actually true. Anyways, I wanted to thank very much to Debbie and Dan for all the hard work they put into making this evening so much fun. Hi, Jim. Hi, Jackie. Love you guys, right? And just say a few words. I think that my entire life I've been totally blessed to have such great parents in Bob and Jeanette. There's my dad right there. And I had 6 brothers and sisters, and I think that they taught us all from a very young age that the most important thing in life is one of the most important things in life is essentially honesty and hard work. That you got to make your way and keep your integrity. And believe me, when you've got 6 brothers and sisters, this idea of getting along with people and finding a way forward, you learn that really quickly. So I've been blessed with my parents and my siblings, and of course with my friends and my colleagues and friends from work. So anyways, I wanted to thank everybody here very much for coming out, and please enjoy yourself.
No. I was born in the automobile. So first you go like this. This is what I need to know. Who would know this? Because it's just not a normal cake. Well, that's smart, because otherwise you're trying to cut the okay, I'm not even touching them. That was a good one. I believe I gained a pound, Jim.
Yeah, Jim, I'll guess first.